We are more than music, cultivating a rich desire in the hearts of others to create hope, compassion, and a devotion to service. Our hearts to yours in every show that we do. Our production that focuses on the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., highlighting the events of the Civil Rights Movement, is especially near to our hearts. It's a stage performance. It's also a history lesson and a multimedia presentation that uses King's own words. Ultimately, it's meant to challenge audiences to assume responsibility within our communities and discover what contributions we can make. Now, it's time to invite you into that experience as we come together at the table with Dr. King. Any impactful message has to uncover the language that translates to our hearts. Sometimes a rhythm can carry truth straight to us, or a poem, a video, a song, or a picture. At the Table is a multifaceted experience that incorporates all of these mediums to transport you back to the Civil Rights Movement and the struggles that birthed true liberty in this nation.
Growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, Dr. King knew at a really early age the horrors of segregation, the separation of people based on the color of their skin. But he was smart, and he was full of hope for what the future could be for all Americans.
Dr. King reached a defining point in his life where he fully engaged the civil rights struggle to create change in this country, a country that belongs to us all. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. From a jail in Birmingham, Alabama, Martin Luther King wrote these words. At the cost of his own freedom, Dr. King suffered injustice for justice' sake, never allowing his passion for change to extinguish.
Shine, shine, shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine.
This story is our story. It has provided a foundation for the story we now experience in an integrated society. How this story, or this dream, impacts you is best told in your own words.
We can make a change, but we don't have to do it in a way that hurts others.
We interview students and faculty members from your organization and school. And finally, we want you to hear from Dr. King himself.
I have a dream. My poor little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I have a dream. We all remember Dr. King's dream, but what most of us don't know is that it was almost the dream that wasn't. See, as he stood before the crowd that day, Dr. King began to deliver a different speech. It was a speech about life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, but there was no dream. It was a speech encouraging the listeners to persist in nonviolent protest, but there was no dream.
Perseverance is the soul that gave life to the civil rights movement. You could hear the breath of that determination in every song, every march, and every impassioned speech.
Don't let nobody turn you. Don't let nobody turn you around. Don't let nobody turn you. Don't let nobody turn you around.
Our goal is not just to educate others about Dr. King. Our hope is to challenge others to take up his legacy and become champions of the cause of helping others.
Lean on me
when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let show.
Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream, but we also challenge you to dream about how you can make a difference and honor others. Don't be ashamed to speak up and stand up for what is right.
Ain't nobody worried, no. Ain't no smiling faces. Say,
Lying to the races.
hey, help me sing.
I'll take you there.
I'll take you there.
I'll take you there.
This is a great show for any school or organization trying to reach individuals in a different way. But you don't have to take our word for it.
To recreate the passion and the energy of what was going on then with the music and the message is a very powerful way to lift the students up and get that message into their heads that they could take action.
Having an event like this that is music and media and participation, I think it's an awesome opportunity for them to grow and to learn.
What this does is so distinct in that it takes the life of an incredible man, it puts it in the hands of the kids in a variety of fashions with music and spoken word and visuals and a challenge. And I think that it can't lose.
So let's plan a date and meet there together at the table with Dr. King.
I'll take you there.
Sing the song, yeah, yeah.
I'll take you there.
Say, I'll take you there.
I'll take you there.
I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
I'll take you there. I'll take you there.